accounts payable, setup, vendor posting profile. If you are taking on the path, please take on the path quickly. Accounts payable, setup, vendor posting profile. Okay. So now let's go ahead here. Go to accounts payable, go to setup and click on vendor posting profile. Okay. Click on new posting profiles. Accounts payable. Okay. I am taking this as accounts payable posting profile. Okay. And go to setup fast tab and you find here table group all. Okay. You find table. Okay. When you select here table, just try to understand. Okay. Select the table here and you find all the list of your vendors where I was selecting Dell, right? And if you go to group, okay, you find all the list of vendor groups. And if it is all, then you don't find anything here because it is going to all is going to represent all the list of vendors. Okay. If it is table, once again I'm repeating, table represents the vendor list. Okay, where you can select any one of your vendors and you can select your summary account. And also group, and you find all the group of vendors. Okay, and all it is going to represent all the list of vendors. You don't find anything here. Okay, and let's go to this summary account. Okay, in Accepta we call this as summary account. Okay, in some other ERPs or in generic, people also call this as control accounts. Okay. Suppose if you find a person calling a control account, okay, just imagine that he's trying to say this, it is nothing but your summary account. Okay. So now let's create one, define one summary account. Okay. I wish I create one ledger account. Okay. Most of the times, okay, unless until, okay, in what scenarios we are going to create this table and group, unless until your company demands for any balance against, if they wanted specifically the balance, they wanted balance against a specific vendors, then only they are going to represent with this table. If not, they are really not interested. Okay. And even similarly also with group. Okay. Sometimes at least in if you go across in implementations, at least 50% of your implementations, okay, people they would like to go with each group, okay, different vendor ledger accounts. Okay. So that each group represents certain balances of this list of vendors. Okay. And in most of the implementation, okay, you find people using this ledger account for representing vendor balances. Okay. So let me take one single ledger account, that is this in our example, and then we'll go ahead with this this configuration, that is all. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's even when you're practicing, you can also practice with table, group, and all, and you can also see how it is going to get. Okay, but you understand, right? Suppose if, but this is very important interview question too. Okay, if you are writing down, listing down important interview questions, okay, just go to the last page and write down the one important interview question, that is define vendor posting profile, or they will ask the questions around this. Okay, can you? They will also ask, can you explain about the summary account, or can you explain about the working principle of posting profiles, or what is meant by posting profile, or they will ask you, okay, about this configuration of table group all and with some example. Okay, so people, irrespective of the way they ask their questions, I am 100% sure that you are going to answer it easily, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to take these all. We have not created any summary account here as of now. Okay. This summary account, if it is on vendor side, it is going to be a, which it comes under which category? 1, 2, 3, 4. Under which category is it going to come? What is 1? 1 is representing our assets, 2 is representing our liability, 3 represents our incomes, 4 represents our expenses. Okay. So it comes under which category? 1, 2, 3.
Expenses.
It comes under expenses. Okay. How about Solomon and Ivan?
Yeah, expenses.
Expenses. How about Solomon?
I missed the question. Sorry.
Okay. This summary ledger account, which ledger account we have to assign? Okay. If you see here, okay, you are seeing all the list of ledger accounts, right? Okay. So you have to create one ledger account right now. Okay. As a consultant, you are expected to create. So under which category you are going to create your ledger account?
Yeah, all those are expenses. Yeah.
You also think it is an expense. Okay.
Yeah.
What is summary account? What is basically summary account?
That's the control account, right?
Yes, control account. What exactly it, which balances it represents?
The total.
Oh, so it'd be a vendor account then.
Yeah, it represents all the vendor account balances, right? Vendors balances. Now I am taking all means it is going to represent all vendor balances. Okay. So vendor balances are represented with expenses. Yes. Okay. All the vendor balances are represented with liability ledger account. Okay. And you can click on view details. Okay. You can directly go to these ledger accounts. Okay. Or you can also go directly through these view details. Right click and go to view details. You can go directly to all the main accounts. If not, you can also go to general ledger, common, main accounts. Okay. It's your option. Okay. But here, remember, this we are going to create in two. Okay, because it is a liability. Vendor balance is always a liability. Customer balance is always a assets. Okay. Expenses account debit to vendor account. Right. Whenever you purchase any item from your vendor, it is always entries like this: expenses account debit to vendor account. Summary account represents the vendor balances. That is in to vendor account. That is in credit. Okay. Expenses are debited. Okay. So vendor account is credit. So that comes under liability category. Okay. Though it represents expenses, but this is our liability. So you have to create a ledger account which is part of liability, not your expenses. Am I clear, Ivan, Praveen, and Solvan here?
That makes sense. Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
Praveen and Solvan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, right. So that is our liability. I'm going to create with the 2. I'm going to create 2-02-001. And I'm going to create one single ledger account, accounts payable summary account. Okay. And just remember, okay, main account type is always liability. Okay. Don't take this as balance sheet. Okay. Yet it is absolutely correct. But liability is more specific in nature. And remember, there is something called do not allow manual entry. Okay. What is this do not allow manual entry? You have to check this. Okay. Why you have to check this? Okay. Sometimes in 2009, okay, people used to ask this specifically in interview. Okay. For summary account, why you have to check do not allow manual entry? Okay. We used to have other one. There is something called closed. Okay. Instead of do not allow manual entry, it used to be something different. Naming convention was that. I really forgot that one. I think it is closed. Okay. But okay. we have to check this. Do not allow manual entry. Okay. Why we have to check this? For every summary account, you should always make sure these do not allow manual entry is checked. Okay. In 2000, advantage in 2009 is whether you check this or not, the moment you assign any ledger account in summary account field, immediately automatically system checks this one. But suppose if you are supporting a 2009 consultant, okay, a company, okay, then you have to mandatorily check this. Okay. Why you have to check this? Okay. In 2012, automatically this is going to be checked. Why we have to check this? What is the significance of checking this one? Do not allow manual entry.
So you can't actually post to that account if you're doing a transaction. It's only going to be a total account.
Okay.
Or we would know that, what was posted last. That's the baseline, yeah?
Okay. How about Praveen?
I don't know.
Okay. So why? Okay. Why we should not? Why we should not allow manual entry to be posted against this ledger account? Okay. Remember, this represents because people will ask you in interview about this question. Okay. You should really able to answer correctly. Okay. This ledger account is going to represent the vendor balances. If you remember when we were studying our basic sessions, I told you, when you are hitting a transaction, you select expense ledger account to vendor account, and the moment you post the transaction, system is going to hit transaction a ledger account, that is, this ledger account is system is going to hit behind the screen without your interference. I told you, right? You remember? The moment you post a transaction, expenses account debit to vendor account, and you post a transaction for the vendor balances, system is going to hit this ledger account. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So without the interference of any end user, this ledger account is going to hit, and the balance of that vendor is going to get updated against this ledger account. And this ledger account balance is going to show us that we have to pay certain amount to this. It is a liability to pay to our vendors. Any amount which is going to show on this ledger account, it is going to show us the liability that we have to pay to our vendors. Suppose if you allow end users to start entering transaction against this ledger account manually, okay, if you check this, you cannot post any transactions manually against this ledger account. Do not allow manual entry. You will never ever able to enter any transactions manually by any end user if you check this. Okay, only system is going to update the ledger account with its balance. Okay, if you allow end users to post the transactions manually against this ledger account, there is a possibility for end user to interfere with this ledger account and increase or decrease the balance of this ledger account. By increasing and decreasing the balance of this ledger account, what happens is it will not reflect the true vendor balance which we have to pay to our vendors. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Suppose if you have to pay 1,000 euros or $1,000 to your vendors, suppose if you're allowing end user to post transaction, he may increase the balance against this or he may decrease the balance against this. Okay, suppose he decreases the balance manually, though you have not posted, though you have not paid to the vendor, and he has decreased by $100. Okay, as per system, it will show only $900 to be paid to your vendors, but in real time, you have to pay $1,000. Am I right? Ivan, Praveen, and Solomon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. One quick question though.
Yes.
So, pressing what creates that to be checked? Is it when you create a total account, it knows that total accounts should only have automatic entry?
Yeah, in your summary account, okay, if you are selecting any ledger account in your summary, then system automatically checks this do not allow manual entry only for summary accounts, not for any other accounts. Okay, because here the summary accounts represents the list of vendors' balances against this balance sheet in the list of balances of vendors in balance sheet. Okay, so that's why we don't allow any end user to post manually any transaction. Okay, if you check this, only system automatically updates balance against this ledger account. Any end user cannot enter balance, cannot enter any transactions manually against this ledger account. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Every one of you, Ivan, Praveen, and Solomon?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you have to make sure you have to check this do not allow manual entry. Okay, but even though you don't check it, if you are selecting that specific ledger account as summary account, okay, in the summary account field, system automatically checks that one and it will not allow any end user to post ledger account transactions against this ledger account. Okay, am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay, hope so. In your interview, if someone asks you, you can able to explain what it is, right?
Yeah.
Now let's activate this vendor posting profile quickly. So we go to accounts payable, go to setup. Okay, take down the path, please. Okay, to activation of vendor posting profile, we have just created vendor posting profile, and you have to activate this vendor posting profile. Go to accounts payable, setup, accounts payable parameters. Okay, ledger and sales tax tab. Okay, accounts payable, setup, accounts payable parameters. Go to ledger and sales tax tab. Okay, if I click on the ledger account and sales tax tab, okay, go here, posting profile. I'm going to take up this as accounts payable posting profile. Okay, select here accounts payable posting profile. Okay, I'm closing right now. Okay, a similar way, we have to create accounts receivable posting profiles. Okay, any questions before I go ahead with accounts receivable posting profiles? Any questions?
I'm good. Yeah.
Every one of you, Ivan and Solomon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's go to account receivable posting profile. Go to account receivable. Go to setup. First, customer posting profiles. Okay. Click on new. So AR posting. Okay, I'm going to take up here. Okay, same thing. Everything is going to be same. Okay, and go to your main accounts. You know, every one of you know. Click on view details. You'll be navigating to your main account here, and I'm going to create the summary account for customers is going to be an asset ledger account. Okay, I'm going to create a new one. 1-02-001 accounts receivable summary account. Account receivable summary account, and main account type is going to be asset. Okay, just see, I am not going to check this one. Do not allow manual entry. Okay. Okay, I am not going to check this. Do not allow manual entry. Okay, then let's see what is the impact we are going to have. And go to customer posting profile. Go here. accounts receivable summary account. Refresh this, and now once again go to your main account and just see, did we check this do not allow manual entry? No, right? Okay. The moment I assign this ledger account in the summary account field, automatically system checked do not allow manual entry. Okay. So that, what does it mean? Do not allow manual entry. Whenever you post, if you check this, whenever you post any transaction against this ledger account, okay, manually you cannot post it. Only system is going to update the balances against this ledger account, and it represents vendors or customer balances in your balance sheet. Hope so I am absolutely clear. And next one, right now, immediately we are going to activate the customer posting profiles. Okay, go to account receivable, go to setup, and go to account receivable parameters, and ledger and sales tax tab. And just go here, select this posting profile, AR posting profile. Okay, accounts receivable, setup, accounts receivable parameters, ledger and sales tax tab, and select in this posting profile, AR posting profile. Okay, am I clear? Everyone of you written the path?
Yeah.
Creation of posting profile and activation of posting profile. In your interview, if someone asks about posting profile, you are going to talk about creation of posting profile. Not only that, you are going to talk about activation of posting profile. And if he asks specifically about table group all, you are going to talk about it. And if someone asks about do not allow manual entry, you are going to talk about it. If someone asks about the summary account, you are going to talk about it. Right?
Yes.
Okay. In at least if you attend 10 interviews, you find at least 8 people asking about this question around this. Okay. At least 8 companies will ask you this question. Okay.